Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sumi and I'm the owner and illustrator of the Mochi Cloud, and today we're going to take a look at my 2023 planner and journal lineup. And before we get into it, a quick disclaimer. This is probably 80% correct. There may be chances that as I work through some of these notebooks that are new to me in the upcoming year, I realize that it doesn't work. And so far I think I have it down and I have been enjoying the new ones that I have purchased, but there is a chance that this system, the 20% of the system, might change. So I just wanted to get that out there. I think this is the family photo if I'm able to get them all in one frame. And from this bundle, I want to talk about this one first. So let me move the rest out of the way. This is the notebook that I wanted to talk about first. It's a tiny notebook if you look at it, right? It's 40 pages actually, and I have it numbered, I think 45. So if you don't know, this is a Hobonichi memo pad that is meant to fit alongside the Hobonichi cousin, and it is Tomoe River paper, and it is also this version that you see right here is from the Mother game, and there are other versions. I think there's only one additional version, which is the plain notebook with no art on the front. But this actually comes in a set of 3. So when you purchase this notebook, it actually comes in 3, and the Mother collaboration has different designs on the other 2. So what I'm using this one for is basically, this is my brain dump notebook. I have just made a very basic index on this side to help me reference some things that I want to keep track of, and everything starts from this notebook. And this is also where I decided my Techo Kaigi. So I wanted to have a system where I'm not duplicating things in multiple notebooks, because that's definitely not going to work for me, which is why I think this tiny notebook, it's tiny yet very powerful according to me. There are sufficient pages in here, and if you feel like this system is something that you want to carry around, you can just take this along with you to the next year. It's pretty slim and it's pretty versatile that it fits alongside your Hobonichi cousin or any A5 notebook for that matter. This is in the A5 size, and they do have similar notebooks for the A6 and the Weeks. So this is where everything starts, and like I said, this is my brain dump notebook. I consider this to be like my completely rambling thoughts, things that have not yet ideated in my head. If a passing thought comes about what I want to do to a particular product, and if I'm just thinking about it, this is where I put it. And that goes for anything for that matter, like anything related to my business, things that I need to move into different notebooks, or things that I just want to achieve throughout the year or whatever. So this is a very, very rough book, and you will not be seeing this much, but that's where my daily notebook comes into play. If you have been watching my videos, you know that this is a new cover that I purchased from the Hobonichi launch this year, and it is the Going Merry cover in A5. It's from their One Piece collaboration. So I also purchased, of course, the Hobonichi cousin, and this time I did pick up the full year instead of the half year, and I am really excited to try this. This is a really thick book. I love it. So before I get into the Hobonichi cousin, I want to show you how I intend to use this notebook alongside this cousin. And I usually slip this book right here at the edge, and it just stays there pretty nice and tucked away. and it's really well, does not add any bulk, and it just, oops, I can just close them up really well. So that's how that brain dump notebook is going to be used. So on to the next one. The Hobonichi Cousin is going to be my daily planner, exactly how it used to be in the previous year, or in the year 2022. This is basically the book that I will write in every single day. I will plan out my weeklies, and I hope to plan out my monthlies as well, alongside some of the additional books that I will be using. I did pick up the Japanese version. I did not want to use the English version. I do talk about it in one of my unboxing videos, so if you want to listen to why I did not pick up the English version, I will link that video up here. So and of course I have the Inuyasha A5 pencil board that goes from 2021. I think that's when this came out. I have that tucked in here. This is pretty helpful for me because I hold my pen at a really awkward angle, and I think having a pencil board just makes it a little bit more easier for me to write. And of course I have the I have this book in a Midori clear cover. You don't need this, honestly, but I have noticed from other YouTube videos of planner folks who use the Hobonichi Cousin, especially this clear, the cream colored one, the foliar, that this tends to ding up pretty quickly. So, which is why I just kept a clear cover. I had this from last year, and I am just using that just for some extra protection. And I think if I ever choose to travel next year, which I hope I am able to travel and have a vacation, I'm just gonna put this out there so that it actually happens. So when that does happen, I probably might not pick or take this cover with me. It would be more easier to just travel with the book itself, and I think I will be carrying the Hobonichi Cousin with me if I do go anywhere. I know it's a large book, so it's not the most effective when it comes to traveling with it, but I love this book, and I think it will help me gather my thoughts even when I am on traveling. And I love this cover. This is amazing. It is so scrumptious. It is very squishy, I would say, and it has it's slightly picking up the patina. You can see some areas are quite shiny, and this is amazing. This is a Hobonichi Weeks, again from the One Piece collaboration. This is their, I think it was called To the New World. Yes, I believe it is. And it is, I have put a clear cover on it. This is also from Hobonichi. And this particular book is something new to me, meaning I have not used a Hobonichi Weeks the previous year, and I intend to use this as my social media planner. And when I mean to say that, what I mean to say by that is one of the things that I did notice when I was planning in my cousin is that intentionally I want to keep track of my social media posts, meaning YouTube, newsletters, Instagram posts, or anything related to that in my daily, but from experience, by using my 2022 one, I have noticed I just don't do that. I did try a little bit at one point because I want to see my weekly view, and for some reason I started doing this and I just left off, and this became like out of sight, out of mind kind of a situation. So, which is why I want to have a more structured way of planning my week. And this is also something that I do intend to use every day. I will plan an overall schedule for my social media at the beginning of the week, but this is also something that I will look at every single day alongside the cousin to see if I have, completed the tasks that I want to complete. And I've actually started using it already, and I've been just playing with some layouts and just trying to figure out what works for me and what doesn't. And I think this will also give me a space to maybe make some more YouTube videos. I currently just have one at the, every week, and I do want to increase my YouTube scheduling a little bit more. So, which is why I'm going to be using this pretty nifty looking planner, and I will probably give an in-depth way of how I will be using this in another video. I think this is going to be really helpful for me, and this is another thing that I will be looking forward to using every single day. I will have an outline schedule prepared at the beginning of the week, but this is something that will sit alongside my Hobonichi cousin and serve its purpose as, a social media extension. And I'm really looking forward to using this. So this is the next one in the lineup, and this is a A5 Compagna from Gillio, which is basically their A5 rings model. And I have the 30mm gold rings in here. And this particular book I intend to use as a reference binder of sorts. That's what I have planned for this currently. So all of the information that I have lying around in other notebooks related to my shop, house information, important information that I want to keep track of, including, tax stuff, all of that will go in here. So there are, again, this might not be a book that you would see quite often in this channel, but I just wanted to talk about this a little bit because this will also serve not just as a reference binder, but also as a book or kind of like, the starting point of me planning my week and my month in the Hobonichi cousin. So what I intend to do with this is I currently have a GTD system going on in here, which is basically the getting things done method by David Allen. And what it essentially is at a very high level is just to write down all the things that you need to get done and basically, figure out what you need to pick from that and move it along. So that's what I have currently in this book, and how I'm going to use this in correlation with this one, apart from it being a reference binder, is just to pick things that I know are out there that I need to work on and plan them in this, Hobonichi cousin. And the only reason why I wanted to combine the reference and, this GTD system in here is because I did not want to move the GTD completely into the Hobonichi cousin, because if I plan something and if I don't do it, I'll be like, oh, I'll just push it off and just move it away until, it never sees the end of time. So I want to have that system somewhere else available for me to look at every week and pick things from that I can probably break down into smaller tasks. And this will help me also plan my monthlies a little better, because that's another thing that I'm trying and struggling with. So again, so this is the A5 Compagna from Gillio in the color Yale blue. So I don't think you will be able to see the color very well, because this is a kind of like a chameleon. So I'll try to insert a very true to color picture somewhere around here so that you can see how this baby looks in real light, natural light. So that's my A5 rings. This is a journal and not a planner. And this is the Inuyasha successor cover in A6. So it's quite tiny. And I am not going to use this in any planning way. The only way that I'm going to use this is as a Japanese language learning journal. And this is not something that I will be picking up every day, or maybe not even every week, I'm not sure. But I want to be able to at least, have survival level Japanese proficiency. I would like to learn, the way you write things, like the stroke order and all of that. And I know that it's a giant feat to accomplish, but I'm not putting the pressure on me saying that I need to finish learning this in a year or 2 years or even 5 years for that matter. This is something that I consider my special interest maybe, or a pet project. So I'm just going to take it really slow and learn at my own pace. I am not keeping a goal particularly of learning so and so this much in the span of a year. That is not what this book is meant for, and that's not what my goal for language learning is either. So it's probably, I'm gonna be very honest here. I'm gonna go out and say that it's going to be like a 5 to 10 year project. So, and I'm happy that I started it this year. I haven't set it up quite a lot, but I just started learning hiragana a little bit on December 1st, and it's just going to be, like I said, a large project. So that's how this book is going to help me. And if at all, I run out of pages in this book, obviously I can pick up another A6 the next year, or I might even completely change my style of language learning. So this is something that I am looking forward to. And honestly, the reason why I chose this cover is because I really want to have something motivating for me to look at when I'm trying to learn. I do feel, at least for myself, that if I really want to do something, I do need a little bit of motivation. And Inuyasha and Sesshomaru might probably, give me the motivation to learn. And that's what this book is for. And I just have the Tombo Fudenosuke brush pen here, and I just have the Sakura Micron Pigma Micron pen in O2, which will help me a little bit in writing down kanji and learning stroke order. I'm already lost, to be honest with you. I really have I haven't figured out a full system of what all textbooks I'm going to use. So if you are somebody who is learning Japanese, and if you have progressed a little bit and you have a system that might work, please let me know what you are using, because I really would like some help. And I'm doing self-study at this point. I might reach a point where I'll be like, there is no way I can learn this by myself without an actual instructor. So so that's what this book is for. My first language learning journal, and I'm really excited for this. There you have it. This is the family photo, all of them right here. I think this is a stack that I can manage. It is pretty heavy, I'm not gonna lie, especially these two bad boys right here. So I do wanted to add that this is solely for planning and journaling, and I do have other notebooks. I have a Stalogy, an A5 Stalogy. I know the Stalogy is more popular for its B6 size, but I tried the B6 size and it doesn't work for me. I actually purchased a B6 and I returned it and bought an A5 instead. So I do have other notebooks, and probably this is the only one that can be said as a notebook, because I want to consolidate things that are available from my other notebooks into either my reference binder or that bound A5 Stalogy that I picked up. This is my 2023 planner and journal lineup. Like I said, I'm guessing that this is going to stick. The cousin is definitely going to stick. The weeks is going to stick. Inuyasha for my language learning is also going to stick. The only one that I'm a little skeptical about is the binder, whether I will only use it for a GTD system or a GTD plus references. If I don't use it for references, I will move references into my A5 Stylogy. Thank you so much for sticking so far and watching this far, if you have, and let me know what your planner or journal or any kind of lineup looks like. And I do respond to every single comment, not immediately, but at least I get to them in a couple of days. So I really enjoy reading your comments. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of the year. I do think I will be posting more. I'm not taking any days off. Well, technically, I'm not closing down my shop for Christmas or the New Year. So I will still be around, and I will probably be churning out more videos for the next couple of weeks. So yeah, I'll be here, and thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.